We all love Wonderkid strikers in Football Manager, especially when you can pick them up at a bargain price, and that's the case for today's superstar. That's right, we have got a young striker for you guys today who scores bags of goals in this simulation, wins countless awards, he's got great starting ability, great potential, comes fairly cheap, and also can be picked up for a lower downside. You don't have to be the world's best like Real Madrid that we are here to be able to sign him, so he ticks all the boxes really. The only thing is, you might not look at him instantly and think that he should be a striker because his natural position is actually somewhere else on the pitch. So make sure you stick with us in this video and we'll show you exactly what you need to do to turn him into an absolute bagsman up top. But before we get into it, if you could help support the channel, support the videos, if you could, by going down and smashing that like button, we'd massively appreciate it. And make sure you're subscribed as well if you enjoy this kind of content. And with that being said, it's time to go find the player. And you can see we're staying in Spain and going to Real Zaragoza to find this player in the second tier of Spanish football. The last Wonderkid to superstar we did actually played for their B team, Deportivo Aragon, but actually if you go into their main squad and then go to all players, you'll be able to find an 18-year-old Wonderkid forward by the name of Pau Sanz. I'm going to put him on screen for you here and show you his attribute analysis graph, but there's a few things we need to talk about with Sanz that make him such a good prospect in this year's game. Firstly, let's start with the simple stuff. Potential range 140 to 170, lower end of that if you get unlucky when you start your save up. If you get him at say 140, 145 potential ability and you get him to that potential, he's still going to be a very good Spanish first division striker if we use in this league as an example. And at full growth at 170 potential, this guy is one of the world's best attacking players without a shadow of a doubt, and that's because he starts off with amazing ability. 12 dribbling, 13 finishing and 13 first touch in the save. It might be slightly different in your saves, but that's what we've got here. A player with lots of ability straight away in those forward areas. Isn't the best passer, but has some great physical attributes including pace, agility and acceleration. Good decision making, determination as well. He's got lots going for him, but what you might notice is he's actually natural in attacking midfield as well as forward. And sometimes it is easy to look at him and think he should just be an attacking midfielder. He's okay on both wings, so you'd think that naturally being an attacking midfielder would suit him, but looking at his passing, I just don't really think it's what he should be doing. For me, he has to be a striker on that advanced forward on the attack duty would probably be best for him. Potentially a false nine is suggested here, but it's not really a role I tend to use. And the thing I love about Pau Sanz is he has exactly what you need to be successful in this year's match engine. Either you want to be quick or you want to be strong or good in the air or a mixture of all of them. Sanz though has the pace aspects, the agility, the acceleration. He's obviously got 13, 14, 15s at this stage in those areas, but in the next couple of years you'll see massive development in those physicals. He's 18 years of age, so he's the perfect time now to get that development. And the best part about him is he doesn't even need to be world class because you're only spending £1 million on him, maybe 2 million at most if you get unlucky in your save with his transfer valuation, which just shows you how good of a talent he is. You can spend a very minimal sum, get a very good Wonderkid striker who obviously isn't Real Madrid quality straight away, but in a few years definitely could be. Saying that though, we're now going to bring him over using the editor to our Real Madrid team and show you how we're going to set up his training to get the best out of him. In terms of a tactic, we're keeping it simple as always. A 4-3-3 gegenpress. Pau Sanz is going to be deployed as an advanced forward on the attack duty. No additional instructions. If you have a mega tactic or really get involved in the instructions, you could do even better than how Sanz does in this simulation. We're just keeping him very basic to show you guys exactly what he can do without too much input. He is being mentored though by some of the best mentors at the club. Luka Modric, Dani Carvajal and Federico Valverde, all trying to influence this young Pau Sanz development in his personality. For us, his personality is very basic at balance, but he has got decent determination. For you guys, because that can vary, it might look completely different in your save, so scout him before you do go ahead and make a transfer offer. But if you do bring him in, then you want to set him up as whatever role you're going to use him in your team. For us, advanced forward on the attack duty, and then for the additional focus, completely up to you guys depending on what you want to get out of Pau Sanz. But I actually think passing could be something that we want to improve. His passing, vision and technique is isn't the world's best, technique not too bad, but I do think we could work on that passing. He's got really good off the ball work for his age as well at 14, so I'm not too interested in trying to work on his mentals right now. So I actually do think, for me, passing is going to be the best place to put this attribute growth. Maybe strength and heading ability if you want to try and work on that to make him a bit more of a well-rounded forward, but they're so low at the start and he's only 5'7" that I think you need to kind of disregard that aspect of his game and play him as just one of those quick forwards getting in behind. So Sands is now ready to go in this save. We're going to simulate a few years ahead and see how he might look on the lowest end of that potential range. And here we are after 2 years of growth. Currently he's sitting at about 135 current ability, so actually not even the worst case scenario yet. He can still develop and be better than this in even the worst possible outcome in your save when it comes to his potential range. And whilst he might not blow you away straight away, I think he has exactly what he needs to be a successful player. And do bear in mind, a lot of the Wonderkids we look at start at 16, 17, so get a bit more time to grow. Power Sands starts off as an 18-year-old and within a few months will be 19 in your save. At this stage, he's 20, scoring goals for the under-21 Spanish national team, valued at 30 million, and attributes-wise, he's got everything he needs to be a good advanced forward. 15 dribbling, 15 finishing, 15 first touch, decent passing ability, really good off-the-ball work and composure. The flair's at a high level as well, as is the determination, and he's very quick, as mentioned before. The 15 pace, the 15 acceleration, 16 agility, and 14 balance. He's got everything in his locker very early on here, and he has proved that in the in-game engine. When called upon, he has scored goals. In Season 1, he played 21 times and scored 16. In Season 2, gets given 38 appearances, bags 38 goals in 38. Yes, he did score some penalties by the looks of it, but still doing very well across the board. Great average match ratings, and he's still got huge potential from here. He can grow far more than what we're seeing currently, so now we're going to simulate ahead to see how he might look in the prime of his career. Before we do see him at full growth though, just to let you guys know, for those who haven't heard me say it on the countless videos I've done here on the FMSCOUT channel, I do also have my own YouTube channel, which you can find linked in the description. It's still all Football Manager content, but it's more entertainment based as opposed to the informative stuff that we do here on FMSCOUT. So we've got Football Manager rebuilds, and if you like Wonderkid videos, we actually do YouTube shorts about Wonderkids you might not have heard of. So come on over and check that out should you want to. But let's get back to Power Sands, who at the age of 29 now is an unbelievable forward option at full growth, 170 current ability here, his max potential. 8 goals and 25 Spain caps is a good return for a player that might be coming off a bench or more likely is being deployed in that number 10. I feel like if he was up front, he would score a lot more goals than that because that's what he's been doing for our Real Madrid team. He's got amazing physical attributes, 16 pace and acceleration, great agility, natural fitness, stamina, even his strength has gone up now to a very, very high level. He's got 16 dribbling, 17 first touch, 17 finishing, technique, vision, passing, penalty taking, free kicks, and that isn't even counting the mentals, which is maybe even the strongest aspect of his game. Off the ball work, decision making, composure, anticipation, all at a super high level now. 29 years of age, in the prime of his career. How well has he done for Real Madrid? The answer is very well. Pretty much a goal a game when called upon. The odd season where he seems to have slipped off a little bit, for example this one where he scored 21 goals in 37, and this season here where he scores 23 in 37, and to say that that's a bad season for him shows you how good he is, because in some years he's got 40 goals in 38 appearances, 7.37 average match rating, 36 in 31 games here, more than a goal a game, and that's only with 7 penalties as well. Incredible, incredible stuff from Power Sands, but obviously this is him at 29. We've got a few more years yet until he reaches the end of his career. And here he is at the age of 35, clearly had a massive decline in the last few years, retiring in the next few months as well from Real Madrid. He will go down as a legend of the club, I'm sure, even though his last season wasn't the best, but he is an old man at this stage. Outside of that though, still pretty much a goal a game in most seasons, doing very well with very high average match ratings. And the big question is, did he win a Ballon d'Or? And it looks like he might not have done. Actually, there is 2 Ballon d'Or awards in 2035 and 2033 at the age of 29 and 31. Power Sands stepped up, beat Jude Bellingham to the award, who'd been winning it on most occasions, and beating out Noah Darvic as well. That just proves to you he is one of the world's best attackers in this simulation. He's won Ballon d'Or awards and will go down as a legend of Real Madrid Football Club. And the best part about all of this, you look at how well he's done, you look at the attributes that you saw in this video, and you forget he's only going to cost you 1 million. So get him signed in your save as soon as possible and you won't regret it. Pau Sanz of Real Zaragoza is the player. I'm going to give him a solid 9 out of 10. Let me know your thoughts down below and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.